Can do, yeah.
John is a good friend, as is Eddie. I didn't get a chance to introduce Eddie. So energized into kind of talking about. He is also, I think when you gave me the list of, so I asked everyone what they wanted to be called. Eddie was the director of creative agency,
film producer, and a comic publisher.
And so that didn't quite fit on. But I think this is some of the background to the guys that quite humbly. Serious stories. And John, I've been lucky enough to work with on the both vice presidents. So we're beginning to bring that product design campaign. We're based out in Wilton, and I've been having a penchant for drones. Is that
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that's fair to say. Amongst many other technical and wonderful other things. Largely, he's not allowed to talk about. I'm interested to hear what he's got to talk about. So I'll pass over to John.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my company is a product design consultancy. We're a team of 4 tier masters to present on collaboration. So where does collaboration fit? And certainly where does it fit in relation to the digital space? And for us, it starts with an idea, and it starts with a client. The client has the idea. We can work with that. We'll sit down. We understand what's going on with them, and all of a sudden you end up with 4 ideas, 5 brains in one room, and you start getting these little sparks that start to show what's going to happen with a project. And there's a project in mind that I always go to for this example, so I apologize if anyone's heard it before. We were approached by a company called Tooty Toot. Now these guys had got the idea of taking the concept of Air Guitar Hero, so going into the computer game world, but they wanted to create Trumpet Hero. So fantastic idea. They wanted a controller that was going to interface to a game that was developed by a company out in Ireland. Now this was initially well, why are we doing this? Turns out this was for kids with asthma and cystic fibrosis to gamify their physiotherapy. So that a real feel-good project, which is why it's one of my go-to examples. So we sit down and we start with some sketches, and our industrial designer says, well, this is what it could look like. But that's just plastics without electronics and without the software to make it work. So then the industrial designer talks to our hardware guys, and we managed to make something fit together that's going to do what it needs to do to be able to talk to the game. The most fun bit of these collaborative projects is when the software guys get hold of a new product. And until the software guys have it, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. It's a paperweight. So the software guys have that wonderful task of coaxing a new product into the world, feature by feature, bit by bit, which is why software is never done. It's one of those facts that everything will always get upgraded. And that sort of work requires a lot of trust, as has already been said. We're very individual in our fields, and you don't know what you don't know. So I have to rely on the hardware guys and the industrial design guys to be able to do their bit, to be able to produce this product for our clients. Yeah, Tooty Toot was probably one of our flagship products that we've worked on. And if anyone's interested, we've also worked with Brompton Bicycles. Their electric bike is out of our design consultancy. We did a lot of electric work with them. And Gravity Industries came to us a long time ago and said, we've got 5 jet suits, 5 jet engines. We want to make a jet suit. We want to fly. We must be lunatics because we took it on. We sat down again, those ideas started to flow. How are we going to do this? How do we talk to jet engines? How do we make them work? And after 4 or 5 weeks of sitting down and reverse engineering comms protocols and doing that collaboration with guys in Germany and with Richard up in Harlem, we managed to get them up in the air. and I'm sure you guys have all seen the Instagram videos that have gone around with that. So collaboration is nothing without an idea. It's nothing without trust. The digital bit is just a bolt-on, which is how the world works these days. Hopefully that was about 3 minutes.